Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. In this video, we're going to be doing chapter 15, verse 5. And Bhagwan Shri Krishna is continuing to talk about things. My mind is filled right now. I am going to find it difficult a little bit to focus on this Gita verse, although I'm going to be, but it is filled with so much joy and so much gratitude because of what Krishna is sending me, the resources that Krishna is sending me, the people that I'm talking to, the understanding that I'm having. Oh my goodness, I am learning more. I will be sharing as I go on. I don't think I'm ready to share in this video right now, but over the next few videos, next few days, next few weeks, I'm going to be sharing my learning. Insane amount of understanding about Raganuga Bhakti and Vaidhi Bhakti and the difference between them. And oh wow, Hari Parshad Prabhu had spoken about this when he had come, I think March and May or something like that. And and right now it's September 2024, and I had loved it, and he had made me understand that the goal of life, the sadhya, is Krishna prem, nothing else, just Krishna prem. And so now I am getting even deeper understanding of all of that. Oh my goodness, it's so good, so good, so good, so good. Okay, so let's call out to Krishna. Let's thank him for everything that we're getting right now. Thank him for the Gita verses that we're getting. Thank him for all the resources that we have available at our fingertips through the internet, through the temple, through the lectures, visiting lecturers, all of that. It's just out of this world amazing. We really, really should be intensely, deeply, crazy grateful to Krishna for sending us all of these resources. So good. Okay, let's call out to Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dear Bhagwan Shri Krishna, please help us understand how to come to you. Please help us understand how to love you. Please help us understand what prem means. Please help us understand you. Please help us understand, not just understand, develop love for you. Please help us develop love for you at the exclusion of everything else. Please help us. Please, 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 please help us. And thank you for giving us as much information as you have given us. We are so incredibly lucky. We are so incredibly lucky. We are so incredibly lucky. Wow. Okay, so let's sing the verse. निर्माण मोहाजित संग दोषा अध्यात्म नित्या विनिवृत्त कामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुख दुःख संज्ञैर् गच्छन्त्यमूढाः पदम् मव्ययम् तत्. The translation is those who are free from false prestige, illusion. So he's talking about that upside down tree, just to give context. The right side up is the spiritual world, and then we are a reflection of that spiritual world, a perverted reflection of the spiritual world in the material world. So it's an upside down tree with branches all directions, roots in all directions, things like that. And the leaves are the hymns of the Vedas, and the branches are, what was the branches? I'm forgetting even. The twigs are the sense objects, and the branches are us souls moving. I've even forgotten. Okay, but so he's continuing to talk about that and how to attain that eternal kingdom. So those who are free from false prestige, illusion, and false association, who understand the eternal, who are done with material lust, who are freed from the dualities of happiness and distress, and who, unbewildered, know how to surrender unto the Supreme Person, attain to that eternal kingdom. Okay, so we get that eternal kingdom when we are free from all these dualities, when we don't get upset with happiness and distress, when we don't care about false prestige. So in the commentary here, he talks a lot about the false prestige aspect of it. That pride is due to illusion, that we are always expecting some honor. So when we want to lord it over the world, so we're always in trouble because of that. But when we understand when we get out of the notion, this false notion that human is the proprietor of this world, then and we become free from associations of familial, social, national affectations and all of that, then we develop spiritual knowledge, then we understand what is our own and what is not our own, and then we can surrender to Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Until then, we cannot even surrender. Okay, so he's talking again about the pride and enjoyer and everything. Develop an attitude of selfless service to the Lord. And that's how we purify, instead of being the enjoyer, we purify the heart. So this is Bhakti Shatak. I don't know what Bhakti Shatak is. Out of 100 advice for purification, the most important is this: let your mind be absorbed in the divine flute player Sri Krishna and keep increasing your desire to serve him. This counsel is more important than 100 such gems of knowledge. I totally agree. Like, all we want is Krishna prem, nothing else. Krishna prem, the only thing that matters is Krishna prem. Okay, let's read Bhaktivinoda Thakur's text. All men who are without pride and bewilderment, who are devoid of the defect of attachment, who are devoted to deliberating upon that which is eternal and which is temporary, who are free from lust and the dualities of pleasure and distress, achieve that imperishable abode. Okay, let's end this verse here. We'll do chapter 14 verse 6 15 verse 6 in the next video. Wish you a day filled with lots and lots and lots of knowledge and this understanding, this realization that God is actually giving us a lot. We don't even understand how much he's giving us, but there is so much information and so many good resources. If we just open our hearts and our minds and we start going to the temple and we start opening ourselves up to receiving that information with our entire heart, we're just like, okay, Krishna, I'm here. Before every lecture, you just say this before listening to anything. Like, we call to Krishna right now before we start our we call out to Krishna through a prayer, right? Before we start each verse, we do that. Before each lecture, we just start and we're like, Krishna, I'm doing this. I'm attending this lecture for you. Please help me understand. Please help me learn. Please help me absorb as much as I possibly can from this. Please help me in every single way that you possibly can. Please help me. Once we understand that, then wow, Krishna opens the doors for you. Krishna really opens the doors for you. Okay, so that's it for this verse. Wish you a day filled with lots of spiritual growth. Radhe Radhe.